Hey guys, welcome to the channel. A while back I did a video on attaching the backhoe on the Kioti, the frame mounted backhoe that they have for the Kioti that I have on my Kioti. And I talked a little bit about taking it off, but I haven't actually done a video on it. And I've had a couple people inquire about on and off procedures and whatnot. And so I thought, what the heck, I'm getting ready to take the backhoe off to do some chipping. So thought I'd just do a quick little video on the procedure, kind of the reverse of putting it on. I've developed a couple little techniques. I'm not sure, like I say, it's the easiest way to do it, but it's mine. And if you have any suggestions about how you do it, I'd be curious to know, or a short little video to just show you what I do. So thanks for stopping by. All right, guys. So one of the first things I do, if it's a spot in the shop that I've had it before, I will back up to these little marks that I put on the tire, for the tire, I should say. So basically try to hit for center and align it front to back. And that way I can get the tractor in the same spot when I go to put it back on. And I think it helps. It's what I used to do when I had a camper. And so making those little marks with a Sharpie, of course they're all over the shop, but if I'm putting it in the same spot or a spot it's been before, then I'll use those marks. So that's the first thing I do. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is undo the little trick one of my viewers actually told me about, which makes total sense, is my little bungee that holds my hydraulic lines up. I have that hooked to the bottom of the seat of the backhoe, and next thing I do is unhook that. You need to strap those up so that they don't drag or get caught on something when you're working, but the hydraulic lines need to be long enough that you can pull off of the backhoe frame, and so that's why they're kind of longer, or at least that's what I think. So next thing I'm going to do is unhook that. It's pretty simple. And this bungee I just leave attached or nearby so I can put it back on when I'm done. So we have that part done. Now we'll go underneath and pull the pins. Okay, hopefully you can see these pins. Basically they have edges on the bottom, so you just need to undo those, pull the pins out through the top. And I usually just leave these up on the platform of the backhoe. Pull both of those out. I might mention, if I didn't before, that before you put your backhoe on, you want to make sure this thing is somewhat clean. Sometimes when I'm working outside, I'll get the dirt and gravel up in here, and it makes it a little bit harder to get the backhoe on because the frame just slides in here. So it's good to clean that off before you put it back on. Also, you want your 3-point hitch in the furthest upright position. Okay, obviously I have the tractor running now, and so it'll be a little harder to hear me. Now we just need to release all of the catches, or the safety brackets, or whatever you want to call them, the locks for the different gear, the landing gear right here, and then the backhoe arm. All those need to be released. I leave this pin in. I think some people may not, because you can maneuver the backhoe back, you know, to left or right with this arm if you need to try to work it onto the tractor. I don't particularly like that idea, so I just try to do the minimum amount of movements so that I can duplicate it when I put it back on. So first we need to turn on the hydraulics for the rear. So we'll do that. And then just need to release these. In order to do that, we'll have to raise them up slightly. And we can undo it. Just let those fall. And we'll do the same on the other side for that landing gear. And then for the backhoe arm, we're going to Raise that up just slightly, just enough to clear this catch. And it's actually, the handle's on the other side, but I can reach it from here. I'm going to put that down. So once I go over and do the other landing gear, then I'll start putting these things down and try to get them somewhat level. But I basically want to do is take the pressure off of the tractor without lifting the tractor. Okay, so you can see I got all 3 points on the ground. And so my plan at this point is I just stand off of the side of the tractor and work the controls until I feel or see the backhoe start to come off the tractor. Once I know that I have it at the right level, that it's going to start letting the backhoe off, and then I can just pull off. So that's what I'm going to work on next. Okay, so you can see that the backhoe is staying in position. I got it at the right level. So now I can pull off of the backhoe just slowly and carefully. I can only go to the extent that the hydraulic lines are, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so I've pulled forward. You can see that this beam that slides onto the catch there is clear of the tractor. And these catches up front are clear of the tractor. And I still have plenty of hydraulic line. So at this point, I'm going to lower the backhoe in the position that it's in. The reason I do this is because once I unhook the hydraulics, the backhoe will eventually lower itself. And so I'd rather just do it now. And so that's my next step. Then I can unhook the hydraulic lines. Okay guys, so at this point I can turn off the tractor, turn off the hydraulics for the rear, turn off the tractor, and undo the hydraulic lines. I have taped one of them because that's the top one, even though it has a red zip tie on it. If I put them on the other way, the backhoe doesn't work. So I need to always put them in the same place. So that's why that tape's on there in case I lose the zip tie. So I'll take these off. They both have caps, so I put the caps on. I have a milk jug that I use, that I keep them in as I drape them over the tractor, just in case there's a leak or two, to try to keep hydraulic fluid off the floor. And then these also have caps, and so I'll put these caps on as well. Keep all of the dirt out. So that's that. Okay, so now I can pull off of the backhoe frame and move on to my next implement that I want to put on, or attachment. So I'll do that now. Okay, so the frame will sit here until I'm ready to back over it and hook it back up. I do park the tractor over the frame, and I can also park an attachment over the frame if I need the space, but it's pretty easy just to drive over it without hitting anything as long as you're lined up correctly. So thanks for stopping by. I hope that was helpful, or at least informative. And so now you know how to remove the Backhoe, Kioti backhoe. Thanks. Have a good day.